Thank you for joining us here at 11 o'clock. I'm Craig McKee. Our 9 First Warning Weather Alert Day coverage continues tonight. As snowy scenes like this one, well, they are behind us now, giving way to blistering cold temperatures across the tri-state in the days ahead. While the skies are now clear, there is a risk of refreezing as we head into our overnight hours. Chief Meteorologist Steve Raleigh joining us now with more on what we can expect. Steve?
Yeah, Craig, that's the next phase of all of this. Arctic cold air. It's already moving in now. 24 degrees, but it feels like 12 outside in Cincinnati. As we look at our 9 First Warning Doppler, you'll notice maybe a few flurries by Hillsborough over to Georgetown, but that's about it. The main story will be the temperatures in the morning. Take a look at my lows at 7 a.m. We're looking at single digits. At best, somebody's going to feel 12 or 13 degrees. At least the sun will be out. During the afternoon, the clouds are going to come back in. We may see some flurries. Won't mean anything, really. Temperatures will get to about the middle 20s in the afternoon. And it's going to get worse because we're going to see that air right from the top of the globe come moving into the tri-state. So we're going to get temperatures 15 to 25 degrees below normal over the next few days. And we'll add a little insult to injury. We've got another round of accumulation when it comes to snow on Friday. So we'll see you with the full Super 9 Day in a couple of minutes.
All right, Steve, we'll see you then. Looking ahead now, several local school districts have already canceled classes for tomorrow due to the weather. Cincinnati Public Schools is closed tomorrow, for instance, as are Boone, Kenton, and Campbell County schools in northern Kentucky. We have all the closings scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You can also see the full list, of course, over on WCPO.com and on the WCPO 9 News app. The closures come as several counties in the tri-state are still under snow emergencies. As this map shows, they are all either level 2 or level 3. Under a level 2 emergency, you should only be on the road if you absolutely have to be. Under a level 3, well, the roads are only for emergency personnel. Our team has been out tracking road conditions for more than 24 hours now, including WCPO 9 News reporter Sean Delancey, who joins us live roaming around downtown. Sean, what improvements are we seeing tonight out on the roads?
Yeah, Craig, improvements is debatable. It's still pretty iffy around the downtown area, especially depending on where you go. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So this is Central Parkway, just south of the Finley Garage. It's looking pretty good. I think that this is relatively dry. It's been well paved and or plowed rather, and it's been treated. It looks good. But as we begin to head right beside TQL Stadium, heading towards the District 1 headquarters for the Cincinnati Police Department, it just continues to get worse and worse and worse. Now, I have seen a small army of plows, salt trucks roaming around the downtown area, over towards City Hall and Duke Energy Convention Center. A lot of those roads are looking pretty good. The sidewalks over there have also been plowed, which is nice. But most of the sidewalks downtown, if you're planning on walking to work tomorrow, walking anywhere really, have not been cleared. They're really looking quite dangerous at the moment. Many have just been taken up by these giant snow piles you see along the side of the roadway here. So walking could be very difficult tomorrow. Some also sections of OTR was really snow covered as we were driving around tonight. The interstates, though, we're looking pretty good. You're going to come to problem spots out and about on the roadways if you're up on the interstate, so do not fly. This is not over yet, and one of the main things that you may need to pay attention to is the potential for hard freezing as we begin to see those temperatures plummet throughout the evening. In downtown, I'm Sean Delancey, WCPO 9 News.
All right, Sean, thank you. Our team coverage continues with another look at the conditions outside. WCPO 9 News reporter Marlena Lang has a closer look at the situation in Cleaves, where they actually received some of the highest reported snowfall. Marlena, how's it looking?
Yes, here in Cleaves, we saw some of the highest reported snowfall, and that comes out to be about 11 inches, almost a foot of snow. Now here, the snow is about at my ankles, but I'm not even fully on the pavement. If I dig a little bit and get to the bottom, there is ice under that layer of snow, making it fairly slippery. Now, several businesses, schools, and government offices did close their doors today because of the weather, but some did keep it open happen and brave the snow like the local Skyline Chili. But they did close earlier tonight to make sure everyone got home safe. Earlier, we drove around Cleaves and saw several cars, playgrounds, and driveways covered in snow. And since that snow has stopped, we did see people starting to shovel their driveways and dig out their cars earlier this afternoon. Now, the roads here are in fairly good condition from what we saw, as they're plowed and look clear. But with temperatures not expected above freezing, the ice under some of that snow and slush on the roads could be an issue in some less traveled areas. So be sure to drive slow and stay safe. Even if the roads do look clear, they may be slick. In Cleaves, Marlena Lang, WCPO 9 News.
And if you ever see any of those flashing lights on the side of the road, always move over, right? Take a look. A tow truck was struck in Warren County after a vehicle was going too fast on these conditions on I-71. Ohio State Highway Patrol caught it on camera. You can kind of see it through the wet windshield there. Fortunately, the tow truck operator had stepped out of the way just before that vehicle hit it, but dangerous situation out there. See those flashing lights? Move over. It is the law. Another thing to note about travel concerns, Cincinnati police are asking you not to call them if you get into an accident right now. The department has activated its emergency accident reporting procedure. That means if there are no injuries in that accident, just exchange information with the other driver and report the incident to police at a district location when you are able to do so. The department has not given a clear timeline on when this will be lifted, saying on X that the procedure is in place, quote, until further notice. Well, hundreds of snowplows still are hard at work right now tonight, trying to clear all those other roads, the side roads throughout the tri-state. Crews spent much of the day focused on maintaining interstates and the primary roads. But as the snow moved out of the tri-state, they were able to move on to some of the smaller areas. Today, our Jay Shakur spoke with an ODOT spokesperson who says while crews will continue to plow the roads, the use of salt or snow melt will depend on how cold it gets overnight.
We are out. We are working. We haven't stopped working since early Sunday. Hamilton County, our crews were out beginning at 7 o'clock Sunday morning, and we have been on 12-hour shifts ever since. All of our counties have been working on 12-hour shifts in our districts throughout this storm, and they're going to continue to work until things are cleaned up. But it does take time. So please, we just want people to be patient.
Patience, patience, patience. Hundreds of crews working across the tri-state, working those 12-hour shifts until the roads are clear. Dozens of people found themselves stuck in the snow looking for a place to stay warm, and over the Rhine, the rec center, fortunately along Republic Street, became a place of refuge for those who were stranded, providing people a nice place to grab a bite, warm up, and rest from the storm. The CRC director told WCPO hundreds of people came by throughout the day, and they expect to see more days like this over the next few months.
What have people mostly been in need of from what you've seen?
Hats, gloves, a place to warm up. We've seen people come in who are in need of shoes. So again, if there's people out there who have a generous heart, we certainly will take any donations, new stuff, primarily hats, gloves.
The shelter closed at 7, but will be back up and running for those in need starting at 6:15 in the morning. City also hopes to have all of its rec centers open and serving as additional warming shelters by noon.